I went to see her sing at a church service, and we met. Have it on videotape, actually. Somebody videotaped it, so we have us meeting in videotape, and just kind of corresponded from there.
We had similar values, it seemed like, similar backgrounds. You just expect that you'll get married and everything will be perfect, you'll have children, and everything will just be easy, and, you find the right person, that's the end of it. But a few years later, when the kids come and then you're spread with different responsibilities, that seemed to change things a little.
And we moved across country, moved to Colorado, and lived there, and so that was a big adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Started new jobs, and that's when we started family, had kids, and just learning how to be a parent, I guess, and still make time for each other, and learning that, so finding the balance.
I had a pretty good group of friends. I wish that I had someone older that had done it, kind of being the one giving me advice, or someone that would have had some tools that my girlfriends didn't have, because we were all kind of in the same place. Our oldest child was born with a really rare medical condition. And so that amplified a lot of things, because I was away from the home for extended periods of time with her at the hospital. We didn't have anyone that had a similar situation to lean on. So I think I really leaned on my family for support, but it wasn't the guidance kind of support that we needed. It wasn't, they were just trying to figure it out with us.
It seemed like with our daughter's illness that took center stage, and with everything that was going on there, it just felt more like everything else gets pushed to the back burner. But then with all the medical issues comes financial, and we're talking weeks and weeks at a time in the hospital as an inpatient. So the bills really start to add up, and that added to the weight, and even to the feeling of loneliness or separation, just because of just internalizing things more. So
we had been separated for over a year. We were one court hearing away from getting a divorce. And so when we went, we weren't exactly sure exactly why we were there. We felt like we were there if someone could help us figure out how to solve a lot of these perpetual problems, and could teach us how to work better together. And we were still able to do it. We wanted to, but if it wasn't, we just wanted there to be some peace and closure to move on.
I'd say just learning communication, learning, for me, some basic things that I'd never really realized, and trust, building trust has been a big portion, and just solving problems in a different way.
But I think the main thing that she really encouraged us to do was to really get back to the beginning and find out why we started out together in the first place, and to go back to the basics of what you appreciate about the person. What are your goals and dreams together? What are your goals and dreams individually, and how can you support each other in that? Things that, honestly, we should have gotten in marriage counseling 25 years earlier. And in putting that effort and time in, we really did see in each other the things that we originally liked and admired, and we just kind of got back to our beginnings again and started over again. I was holding on to hope, but I needed more than just hope. And that's really what we've gotten through this process is, it takes a little more than hope to make things work. We needed practical ways to do things. We needed to learn some really basic things that we should have learned 25 years ago. And in doing that, of course, I'm very optimistic for what the future holds.
I feel probably more positive now than I ever have, just because of the tools and techniques I've learned. I feel very encouraged, and at one time I felt totally hopeless, so I would say I feel better than I ever have.